Hey guys, this is Bill from TFL Chat Room, and I'm doing my daily Apple volume profile analysis for Friday, July 29th. If you hear a cat meowing in the background, just ignore that. I'm trying to train my cat, or he's trying to train me. I'm not exactly sure which one. And then you might hear my dog walking around. She's hungry. It's 4:30 Friday afternoon, and I just ate. So she is smelling what I ate and wants to eat. All right, back to the charts. Apple this week, as you can see here, had a killer week. It was earnings week, and they did a great job with earnings. So what we have here is actually an important leg on the weekly. So we had gone down here and broken this low. So I would have anticipated coming up here and going back and breaking the low, keeping this downtrend going, but we did not. So we really put the brakes on this downtrend by having this little move here not break this low and go back up and break the high. So what we did was we came right back up to this trend line that's here. Depending on how you draw it, we came right to it this week on good volume, actually on increasing volume for this week. So my thought process is that we're moving away from these high value profile lines and potentially going up to the next ones up here. That would be my thought. I think we have a couple of barriers in the way, and I'm going to go over that in a second, but we will see. So this is kind of what volume profile looks like. Really, let's focus on this last leg. A lot of the volume was up here, so we'll see if we get there. Concentrated down here and here, and you can see that by the sideways movement that's there. So I'm going to turn the volume profile off. We know that's there, and I'm going to go back to the do some quick volume profile analysis here on the weekly. So on the weekly, we had this big red leg here, which we've been talking about for a little while. Followed by a couple small red legs on decreasing volume. So it didn't totally surprise me that we bottomed out here, but we did bottom out on two large, good-sized green candles on slightly decreasing volume. So maybe this leg wasn't sustainable, and it went down. Now this kind of surprised me that we did not break this low, based on these two nice red weekly candles on increasing volume. So I would have thought we were going to go down a little bit, but we did not. Obviously, you can see that we didn't. So the market doesn't always do obviously what you think it should do, and we have this move up on increasing volume. So my thought for the next couple of weeks is that we end up not meandering here, but moving up here within a couple of weeks to this high up here, and it may be sooner than a couple of weeks, might be next week. But within the next couple of weeks, I think we'll end up at this high back here. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Let's scoot down to the daily. And we see here that today was low volume, pretty much didn't do anything today, which is not a surprise. Being at this trend line, might be stalling out a little bit. We'll have to see what happens. Again, looking at volume profile on the daily, I wouldn't suspect this is a place we'll spend much time. Getting this weekly leg here, we are at a place with a low volume profile. So again, I don't suspect we'll spend a lot of time here. We are also at something I've been drawing on my charts called a low volume line. And so I've been looking for these anomaly lows, however you want to say that. And just drawing a line, there's important parts in the market as I've been doing research on volume. And there's another one back here, kind of a dip down here if I would move it out a little bit. There's another one here. This was Thanksgiving, and then we have one around Christmas. The market doesn't know those are holidays, and they're very low volume, and the market pays attention to those low volume lines. So if the market pays attention to them, I want to as well. So I have them on my line, on my chart rather, and we'll see what happens as we approach this. I expect to see this actually bounce off this, and the fact that this line here is very near this trend line, I would think we may come up here and bounce down. Now, if we go through here with pretty good volume, we may get this one right away too. This isn't very far, $3. Apple can move $3 in a day. So by the end of next week, we may be up here. It depends on how much volume it moves through these lines with. That's why I said it's got some barriers to get through. It's going to need some energy to get through these lines right here. I could see maybe this is a low volume profile area again down here on this daily leg down. Actually, this is a weekly leg down. So I imagine we won't spend too much time here. So I'm thinking we'll, on higher volume, go through here and get through here up to this area here. Now we may go through here and act as a pinball in here a little bit. I don't know for sure. But we'll look for that next week. And keeping an eye out on these low volume bars and just kind of see how price reacts around them. Again, this is the Apple volume profile analysis for Friday, July 29th. Have a good weekend, everybody.